Hello and welcome to my channel. Today finally we are going to review the Hourglass holiday palettes. I'm late to the game. I was actually debating myself if I should get them or not, just because I have all of the holiday palettes from the last 2 years, and in my mind was like, do I need them now? They got here this morning. I already made swatches outside because I have for sun. I made like comparison with the previous holiday palettes from Hourglass from last years, and I'm really glad that I got them. I'm going to start by saying from the start that if you are a collector, you probably don't need them. Are they beautiful? Yes, they are absolutely stunning, and I think Hourglass palettes will be something that it's always worth to invest. If you have none, then it's time to get one, and if you are a collector, then well, it's up to you if you decide to buy more or not. But for me, I'm really happy that I bought them. Now to be honest, this year packaging, it's not my favorite. I like the previous one before with the animals, with the elephant, tiger, leopard, but the jellyfish, these ones from this year's, I don't know, but it's not always the packaging. I wish it was like a more steady packaging, because this one will not stay open. If you are trying to place it on your table and just to look into the mirror, you have to hold it up. But yeah, this is only about the packaging. It doesn't matter, it's just a personal opinion. First, that I'm going to apply, because today I was thinking not to be too long. I'm going to apply this to my face, each of the palette, because I have the dragon, I have the evil eye and the lotus, so I will be applying only that, and then probably in another video I will make a comparison with the previous ones on my face, just to see how they are different. I will make another video, because it will be short, only with hand swatches, different, so you can see the difference if you didn't buy them already, and if you want to see if it's worth to buy them. Of course, by now there are many reviews online, so I don't know if mine is still helpful or not. But yeah, I'm going to start first with this dragon palette. I'm going to include here the swatches outside that I did this morning. So we get here one finishing powder, two blushes, two finishing powder, two blushes, one bronzer, and one highlighter. And this is something that caught my eyes, because usually in the past Hourglass was saying, instead of highlighter, they were saying metallic strobe powder. So I think this year all of the palettes are referring as having the highlighter. Now I'm going to insert here the picture, but if I'm not mistaken, this has like 5 new shades. But anyway, I'm going to take the pictures and insert it here, so the information can be accurate to give it to you. Now, I did not purchase any brushes. I saw some reviews that are not, the quality of them are not as for something like 50 euros. So I skipped the brushes, but I do have the double-ended brush that it is my favorite. I do have the one from the last year with the snake. These are my most used brushes with the ones for foundation. So I do recommend the Hourglass brushes, but the classic ones, I don't know, this format. I just heard, I didn't go in stores, so I don't know exactly to like back up those saying that the brushes are not actually worth the money. So we are going to start with the dragon palette, and I'm going to apply first because I do already have some skin tint from Lisa Eldridge, And I'm going to mix the finishing powders in here, so 1 and 3. I'm going to mix them a little bit, just to my face. And this is the palette that it is actually the best one if you have fair to light skin tones. And from what I've noticed here in Sweden, you can buy this also in Sephora. I saw that in Kicks it is sold out, this palette, Dragon palette, and I think these are the two, and in Nordiska Kompaniet, of course, you can buy those, and I think they are still available in Sephora and in Nordiska Kompaniet. In Kicks, this palette, Dragon palette, it is sold out. Now the next one, because I do want to see, for you to see exactly the blushes that I have in here. So we have two blushes. We have number 2, which is Peach Fusion, and then number 4, which is the Mauve Haze. So I'm going to take first Peach Fusion, and I'm going to apply that to my face. And this is Peach Fusion. Now, if you never tried Hourglass blushes or Hourglass powders, you are going to get in love with them. Once I tried my first Hourglass palette, I was so impressed, and there is nothing on the market for me, I'm talking about me now, that actually match how these powders look and show on the skin. They are really, really beautiful, and they kind of reflect the light from within. So I don't know, it's just something about them that they always look gorgeous on you. So the first one, it is Peach Fusion, and this is the one. I didn't apply the bronzer yet because I do want for you to see the blushes first, and then the bronzer I will be applying up, because sometimes if you apply the blush, the bronzer, then it's going to mix all the colors and you're not seeing properly, or at least this is my vision about this. This is a beautiful peach color, corally a little bit, I will say. It does have a little bit of reflection. Soon I will have sun. Now I realize that I got so much in hurry to get this video up that I even forgot to put mascara, but we will leave it like this. We don't need mascara, and I don't mind. So Peach Fusion, again, Peach Fusion, again a beautiful peach color. I think this will be stunning for the summertime. And as we are speaking, at Hourglass website there is another palette release, Dream something, I don't really catch remember the name. So it's very strange because usually they don't like release a holiday palette and then in such a short term they release another palette. Usually they are more in the summertime, but I think that one also matches the fair light skin tones from what I've seen, and there are like 2 existing shades and 2 new shades. Next, because I'm still deviating from the subject, next we are going to try number 4 blush Mauve Haze, and I'm going to apply it here on the other cheek. Okay, this is such a beautiful shade. This is an everyday shade, really pretty. And again, if you have light, fair to light skin tone, you will love this palette. So here you have side by side Peach Fusion and Mauve Haze. This is an everyday Mauve Haze. It is an everyday kind of blush, really beautiful. And this one, it is for a pop of color for summer. I don't know, it is really pretty. Usually what I do with these blushes in here, I usually mix together even with the bronzer, and I do create like a unique shade to it. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Next I am going to take the bronzer, which is called Soft Bronze. It is number 5 from here, and I'm going to apply that. I think I'm going to apply to my forehead. I don't think I will need a more darker one. I think this one, it is the perfect touch of kind of bronzy situation. It did look pretty. I think it's more, I'm bad at describing if this is cool or like neutral or warm. I don't think it's more like neutral cool, but correct me if I'm wrong. It is for fair. It did change my forehead, and it did bring life to it, and I think it is really pretty. So again, this palette on deeper skin tones, at least if you don't want the blushes, but I think for the blushes only this one may be able to show up on a darkened skin tone or a medium skin tone. This one, it is visible, but it is a little bit more subtle in a way, and the finishing powder, you'll not be able to use it. So yeah, and now we have here an highlighter in Sunlit Strobe Light. It is this one from here, and I'm going to take that with my finger, and I'm just okay. This is beautiful. Usually I use this also on the, let's say, on the eyes. I think this is going to be a one and done eyeshadow, very subtle, but this is very pretty. Dragon palette, it is gorgeous, really pretty. I did swatches outside. The blushes, the bronzer, the highlighter are different in a way than the previous years. Are they such different than like on the skin? Probably, I don't know in what measure to be saying. I will be doing a video comparing this with the previous one, but today I wanted just to make and to apply them on the face for you to see how this will look. So this is Peach Fuzzen with a highlighter. Here we have Mauve Haze, and on my forehead we have the bronzer. I think it is a gorgeous palette for a fair to light medium skin tone. Again, if you never bought an Hourglass palette, now it is the time. They are still available on Hourglass website. It is pretty. These are released one time per year. When they are gone because they are limited edition. And of course, I took just the packaging with the palette, but you can customize them. If you don't like this, you can take the Lotus flower or the Evil Eye cover, and then take the Dragon palette or mix and match between them. But for review purposes, I was thinking it's going to be a little bit like confusing to mix and match the palettes, so I took exactly how they come. So this was the first palette, Dragon palette. It is really pretty, and now I am not regretting buying it. I remember the last year, the Jellyfish, it is still one of my most used palette. When I was traveling, I also took it with me. Sometimes I use it for the eyes. So it is a palette. It is $90. If you split, it will be $50 per pen. But in the end, it's up to you if you really want to have to buy it. Go in store, swatch it, apply to your skin, see how it goes, see how it's looking on you. I always say that because now I think they are exposed in any kind of store, so you can go and wash them. The Dragon palette of my face, I applied again Lisa Eldridge skin tint, and now we are moving to the Evil Eye, which is here. In my opinion, they still can go on light to medium skin tones. Some of the blushes maybe will be suitable for deeper skin tones, maybe, I don't know, still only from the swatches, but I did not apply them on the face. for me to know that. Now it is really pretty. So we have in here one finishing powder, 3 blushes, 1 highlighter and 1 bronzer. So we do have here 3 blushes, which will be this one and this one from here. Now this is confusing because this one, the one from the corner, it does look a little bit with more glittery, and for me it looked even like a bronzer. I don't know, this is very colorful. The blushes in here are more like on the pink rosy kind of size. This highlighter is absolutely beautiful. To be honest, when I swatch it, I really enjoy it. I'm going to apply first the number 4. I'm going to apply this one first. I want to see, because the other ones are more stronger, I want to see this one by itself, how it looks on the skin. And I want to say that number 4, which is called Lotus Glow, it is the most natural flush of a blush. I'm going backwards, maybe in the like more shadow you can see this. So I really struggle to get this one from here and apply it to the face. But this is the most beautiful subtle blush. I will say that now I will still have a little bit of my tan from the summer, but this one you really have to dip in here just to take it. I think it's going to be a beautiful blush topper, this one, just because it does have like a little bit of glitters in here, and it is a little bit kind of bronzy coppery shade. Really beautiful, this one. So this one, it is, I think, still is going to be suited for like a fair to light skin tone. The number 4 blush in here, Lotus Glow. Yeah, I'm going to take number 3, and I'm going to take number 3, which is this one from here, and this is more pigmented. I barely touch it, so I'm going to my other cheek. Okay, this has like a beautiful gold sheen, really pretty on the face. So this is number 3. Again, really pretty for summer. I think if you have a tan, this is stunning. And I apply it here sheer, just go backwards. You see that it is kind of a little bit of golden sheen, a peach, how this is called? This is called Pink Fusion. It is a pink with gold kind of reflection. It is really pretty, this one, number 3. Number 4, it is very subtle, more coppery. Here I think you can see them because I'm going for you to see for the camera. So here it's more like coppery, really subtle, number 4. And number 3, it is like a pink with golden reflection, really pretty. Both of these are actually really stunning. If I were to build up this just a little bit more, because this is supposed to be for like medium skin tones. Okay, now we have it. Now this is a pink with a gold reflection. Beautiful, this is beautiful. So you can build it up or you can build to this intensity. Don't even need highlighter with this. It is the most beautiful subtle, not subtle, most beautiful pink with golden reflection. And I'm going to build the other one, the number 4, on the other part, so you can see it's more like a peach coppery shade, number 4. because I'm going to remove this. After this I'm going to remove number 4 and I'm going to apply the number 5. So these are beautiful. Number 4 blush from the Evil Eye. It is for an everyday kind of look, in my opinion. Number 3, the Pink Fusion. You can build it up. Here it's like maximum, not maximum, I can build up more, but this is build up. For you to see, it's a beautiful pink with golden, but I do like it. It's not a pink that it does not suit my tone. It's actually a pink that goes well with my tone. So I really enjoy both of these colors, and I do think even the number 4 you can build it up more. Now for a medium skin tone, I don't know. Probably yes, number 3. Number 4 maybe as a highlighter or a blush topper. It is really pretty, this one. For eyelid number 3 blush, we're talking about blushes, and I'm going to apply this one, which is number 5. It is called Vibrant Coral, and I'm going to see, so this is kind of pigmented. I think number 3, number 5 are really pigmented. Number 4, it is, you have to work to build that color up. So this is number 5. I did tap the excess on the back of my hand just because I do want to apply lightweighted first. It is a beautiful coral shade. Let's build this up. Okay, this is beautiful for summertime when I am tan. This is absolutely beautiful. Now I would say that number 3 and number 5, or number 3, it's more similar with number 5 but with a gold highlighter on top. As you can see here, number 3, it is more matte in a way. It has like a beautiful luminosity to it, but it doesn't have that glittery kind of shine or different kind of particles of color in it. It is a true kind of coral in a way. It is really pretty. So let's recap. If you're going for so if you want a pink with an highlighter combination, go for number 3. If you want a corally kind of blush, you go for number 5, which is more like a matte corally shade, really pretty. And then this number 4, which is called Oasis Glow, you can use it as a blush topper, or you can use it as an individual blush, build it up a little bit more, and this will be a beautiful everyday kind of blush slash bronzer, I would say, because it is kind of coppery in a way with a beautiful sheen. Also, you don't need a highlighter, or at least I don't need it, but yeah, I do think these blushes are really pretty, really stunning, let's say. And I will take the finishing powder from here, and the finishing powder from here are really pretty. When you're done applying your makeup, it's just going to make everything going in place and looking really pretty. It's not a setting powder, again, it is a finishing powder, so it will not set your makeup, but they are really stunning. And now I'm going to take the bronzer from here, which is called Natural Bronze. I will take it with the same brush, and I'm going to apply this to my forehead. Now, this video of mine, when I usually review this kind of palettes, it's more for you to see how the colors are. I definitely will use this palette as I use them, just mixing the blushes, or apply first the bronzer and then you'll see how this will combine. But now it's just for you to see actually the true color of these blushes on my face, and of course the bronzer. And yeah, I want to apply them in different parts for you to be able to see exactly the color of the bronzer, the color of the blush. I don't know if this helps or not, but it's something that sometimes I'm looking for when I'm searching for videos online. So yeah, So again, this should be a bronzer for medium skin tones. Now, I don't know. This is it is really good for me now, and I wouldn't say that I am like a medium girl. So, and I keep applying this. I think I can use this even as a blush, just to blush slash bronzer. It did give me warm to the face, but I don't know how good this bronzer would be for medium. I mean, definitely it is a little bit darkened. Definitely it is a little bit darkened than the one from the Dragon palette, but it is much darkened. No. We have the Dragon, we have the Evil Eye, and I will say they are pretty close. One it is called soft bronze, one it is called natural bronze. This is the Dragon, this is the Evil Eye. From my perspective, they look kind of identical, to be honest. So if you are deeper than me, not even darker skin tones, but if you are deeper than me, I don't know exactly how much this bronzer will make a difference on you. Maybe use it as a, I don't know, it does show up, it does a good job, but for like if darken skin tones, I don't think so. So this is very similar with the one from the Dragon palette, from what I can see. And now let's apply the highlighter, the Rose Gold Strobe Light highlighter, and I'm going to apply here on this part where I have the blush number 5, which is more matte. And okay, this is a beautiful kind of highlighter, and I'm not a highlighter person, but this is absolutely stunning. I hope you can see how this looks. This is stunning. This reflects in like greens, in pink, in golden. Really pretty. I don't think here when I use number 3 blush, the how it is called, the Pink Fusion, it is already with golden highlighter. I hope the camera catches. So me personally, using number 3 blush, I'm not going to use and come with another highlighter, but number 5 with the highlighter number 2, it is just the perfect combo. I think you can even mix and match. Really stunning, this one. So this is the Evil Eye palette. Again, a beautiful palette. I will say maximum light, medium, maximum medium. The bronzer is very similar with the one from the Dragon palette. The blushes will show up. Number 4 blush from here, which is the one from the corner in here. You do have to build it up. It's more like a blush topper, but it is the most beautiful, subtle kind of bronzy blush slash bronzer. You can use it. This is absolutely stunning. The highlighter is gorgeous. I do love this palette, and I think it is suited even for like fair. Of course, if you don't use or if you use just a light touch of the more strong blushes, it will be possible for the fair skin to actually use this palette with a more lighted hand, let's say. So this was the second one, the Evil Eye palette. And the last one, it is the Lotus palette. Definitely this is not a palette for me. I did buy it, and I always buy this just because I do like to use some of this as like blushes, or for the, I don't know, for the eyes. I do like the more deeper palette from Hourglass. So we have 2 highlighter, 2 blushes, 1 finishing powder, and 1 bronzer. Definitely the finishing powder from here, it is this one, and definitely this I can use it as a bronzer. It will be a very kind of warm bronzer. The bronzer, I mean, I do have like 2 different kind of bronzer in here. two different blushes and two different highlighter, for me at least. So this should be actually very interesting palette. Now I'm going to take first the blushes, because I do want to apply them on the face. So I'm going to apply number 2 and number 5 on my face, and then I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to apply the bronzer and a finishing powder on the face. So first we are going to apply number 2, because this is supposed to be for like deeper skin tone, so this is supposed to be deep. The blush, number 2 blush, which is in Desert Flush, I can use it. So I don't know how this is going to be for deepen, and I'm really deep the brush in here. It's a beautiful kind of coppery blush, sorry, really pretty, and it works for my skin tone. So this is number 2 blush on my skin tone, and I really take it from here. Of course it is a fluffy brush. I don't have so many brushes, so I do use a different and a clean brush so the color don't mix. But this is the most beautiful coppery blush. Is this for darker skin tones? I don't know how this will actually show up on darker skin tones, because this is showing on me, and I really dip the brush in here. This is beautiful. This is the most beautiful blush slash bronzer in a Lotus palette from Hourglass. So this is number 2. Red Zero, it is a blush. This one should be really pigmented. And yes, this one I think it is very pigmented. I'm just tapping to the back of my hand. And let's apply this one. Okay. But the fact that I can still make these palettes work on my skin tone. This is number 5, the Red Zero blush. It is the most beautiful kind of autumn fall blush. Really pretty. So we have number 2 and number 5 of my skin tone, which is more light medium. Let's wear the number 5. I want to see how much deeper this can be. So okay, this is actually deeper. Now I really boiled it up for you to see the color. This one I also boiled it up, but I don't know if I can boil it up more than this. But I can make this work for my light to medium skin tone. So this we have side by side number 2 blush from here, which it is called so number 2 it is called Desert Flush, and number 5 which is Red Zero. I can make this work on my light medium skin. This is the palette that is supposed to work for darker skin tones. Again, the red shade, you can boil it up I think even more than this, but this one, the number 2, it is the most beautiful. I think it is my favorite, most beautiful blush slash bronzer from all these 3 palettes that I've tried so far. This is absolutely stunning on me. I removed those blushes, and we are going to the finishing powder and the bronzer. Both of these I can use it as a bronzer. So we have the finishing powder from here, which is called Eternal Light, and then we have the bronzer, which is called Bronze Heat. I want them side by side just for you to see exactly how this will look if you're going to use them. So first I'm going to take the finishing powder, the Eternal Light. I'm going to take with this fluffy brush. So this is a finishing powder. For me, I'm going to use it as a bronzer. Product in here. Okay, this will be the most beautiful kind of warm bronzer that I can use it for summer. This is beautiful. So the finishing powder from here, number 3 from the Lotus palette, It is the perfect, even as a blush. It's almost like a terracotta. Okay, this is stunning. This is stunning, and that's why I'm buying also the like darker palettes, because sometimes you can like discover new blushes or bronzers for you. So this is the most beautiful bronzer slash blush for me. This is like a warm, I don't know, it is warm, I would say terracotta, but I don't know, warm brown orange, let's say. But this is stunning. This is absolutely beautiful. Number 3, which is the finishing powder. Now I'm going to take number 6, which is the bronzer, the bronze hit from here, and I will take it with this one. So this is the bronzer, and this is number 3, the finishing powder. Definitely I like both of these. Definitely I can use both of these as blush slash bronzer. They look very natural on my face. And now the question is, how is this palette for a darkened skin tone? Because if I can use it and I really dip the brush in here to get the pigment from the, I mean, the finishing powder should be more sheer because it is a finishing powder, but the bronzer should show up on darkened skin tones. So my question is, how or what is the level of the darkened skin tones that you can actually use this one, and how it will be shown? Because if you have darkened skin tones, please write me in the comments how the bronzer from the Lotus palette show on you. Okay, now I did apply a little too much and it doesn't look good, but yeah, I can work both of the bronzer and the finishing powder. For me, I can work it as a bronzer, different kind of bronzer slash blushes. I do love how they look on my skin tone, but again, this is the palette that is supposed to be looking good for darkened skin tones. And now we have, I think, 2 highlighters from here. It is number 1, it is these 2 from here, number 1 and number 4. I will just apply them differently with my finger on the face. So I'm going to apply number 1 highlighter from here, which is this one, on top of that finishing powder. And I think they are going to, yes, it is the best combo ever. The finishing powder with the highlighter. It is the most beautiful coppery kind of golden. It is just perfection. I did apply it wrong a little bit, but these are stunning. It does reflect in like a little bit of greens, a pink, I see blues, different kind of shimmer. They are really, really beautiful. The highlighters from this year are really stunning. And this is on top of that finishing powder again. And now let's apply number 6, number 4 highlighter, which is Radiant Rose Strobe Light. I will just take it from here. This is how it looks, and I will apply it here where I have that bronzer. Okay, this definitely is going to be shown on darkened skin tones. Definitely can use it as a blush topper. As a highlighter, for me it is too strong. I definitely can use this all over the lid. This is absolutely stunning. I don't have, okay, this is the most beautiful eyeshadow. Number 6 is this, the most beautiful eyeshadow, and that's why I'm choosing this Hourglass palettes. So this is the highlighter number 6, and then apply this is the highlighter. This is the highlighter number 4, and now I will apply all over the lid the number 1. Okay, this is the most beautiful peach champagne shade with different kind of reflection, and you can use this I mean, the whole palette I can use it for eyeshadow, for highlighter, blush, bronzer. And this is the darken face palette, let's say. This was the last palette, the Lotus palette, which is suitable for darker skin tones. Now I can make this work for my light medium skin tone. I apply the finishing powder and the bronzer, as you can use it as a bronzer slash blush. The highlighters from here are stunning, can be used for one and done eyeshadow, or even can mix and match. They shine really beautiful. I'm really in love with this palette. I think I'm more in love with this palette than the other two. The blushes, this one, it's actually going to be shown, I think, on darker skin tones. This is a deeper red, burgundy red, winey red, really pretty. And this one from here, it's also going to be shown. It is really pretty. So again, if you have light to medium, you can make this work. It is a multifunctional palette. I love it very much. This kind of completes my video with Hourglass holiday palettes. I'm kind of late to the game, but I was debating for 1 month to take this palette, and I'm very happy that I picked them up, to be honest. I don't regret purchasing them. The only thing that I am questioning is how these palettes really different and really suitable for like diversity in a way, just because I could and can make all of this work on my skin. So that being said, it is up to you. Go in stores, watch it, see how and what you want to take with you home, if you want to take with you home. I would say maybe wait for sales, but once these are gone, these are gone. These are limited edition. This will not have like back in stock again. Once the stock is gone, it is over. So I don't know, it is up to you if you want to wait until sales. I don't have an Hourglass code, unfortunately, to give you 10% off. I will link anyway where you can buy this directly from Hourglass or from other retailers. Again, if you shop to my links, really much appreciated. It really helps my channel, and I hope it helped in a way my review, let's say, even though it is late. I hope it is helpful. And yeah, tell me in the comments if you bought it, if you like them, and how it is showing on your skin tones. So this was everything for today's video. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.